In a world full of noise, one voice pierced through the silence. Raised in the heart of Compton, surrounded by chaos, he didn't just survive, he listened, he observed, and then he spoke. Not with anger, but with poetry, pain, and purpose. This is the story of a quiet kid who became the loudest voice of a generation. From street corners to stadiums, from fear to a Pulitzer Prize, Kendrick Lamar redefined what it means to hold a mic. But who is Kendrick? Really? What made him walk away from fame, disappear from the spotlight, and return with music that shook the world again? This isn't just a documentary, this is a journey through trauma, talent, transformation, and truth. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was born on June 17, 1987, in Compton, California, a place known more for gang wars than dreams. His parents had fled the violence of Chicago's South Side, hoping for something better, but what they found was another battlefield. Kendrick grew up watching gang members roam the streets, crack deals on corners, and sirens replace lullabies at night. He wasn't in the streets, but he was surrounded by them, observing, absorbing. He once said, "The world watched me and I watched the world." He was quiet, reserved, but when he wrote, the streets came alive in rhyme. His words were more than poetry, they were survival. Inspired by Tupac, Eminem, and Jay-Z, Kendrick started writing lyrics at age 12. At 16, he released his first mixtape under the name m.A.A.d. No big label, no connections, just raw talent, grit, and a story that the world hadn't heard yet. But before Kendrick would become the voice of a generation, he had to find his own. In 2015, Kendrick Lamar released his most daring album yet. To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't made to entertain, it was made to awaken. Gone were the familiar beats. In their place, jazz, funk, spoken word, and the chaos of truth. It was a sonic rebellion, raw, uncomfortable, and revolutionary. Kendrick explored racism, black identity, depression, and the weight of fame, but he also questioned himself. He asked, what does it mean to survive the streets, but still feel enslaved by the system? All Right became more than a song, it became an anthem, a soundtrack to a movement. As police brutality filled headlines and anger spilled into the streets, Kendrick's voice echoed through megaphones and minds. With To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick didn't chase the charts, he chased change. The album didn't just speak to the moment, it became part of it. In a time of division, Kendrick reminded the world that music isn't just for vibing, it's for healing, and sometimes for fighting. Behind the lyrics, behind the fame, behind the Pulitzer, is a man who never forgot where he came from. Kendrick Lamar doesn't hide his battles. He raps openly about depression, guilt, therapy, fatherhood, and forgiveness. But there's one constant in his journey: faith. Throughout his music, Kendrick wrestles with God, not with rebellion, but with questions. Do I deserve success? Am I doing enough? Can I forgive my past? He references the Bible. He confesses his flaws. He admits his fears. In a world chasing perfection, Kendrick chooses honesty. In songs like Father Time, Mother I Sober, and Crown, he strips away the fame. What's left is Kendrick, the son, the father, the believer, the man. He doesn't post on social media. He doesn't chase trends, because his life, just like his music, has always been about purpose. In a time of noise, Kendrick Lamar chose depth. In a time of ego, he chose humility. In a time of spectacle, he chose substance. He never asked to be the voice of a generation, but the world listened anyway. And maybe that's the lesson. Greatness isn't just about who shouts the loudest, but who listens, learns, and speaks when it truly matters. What did Kendrick say about himself? I've been called many things, poet, prophet, king, but I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm still human. Please, I would really like to hear about your opinion, so please tell me in comment section about which Kendrick song changed the way you see the world.